Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another solo leveling Ragnarok chapter. Good to see you, Kohagen. Good to see you, Ravi. Let's go ahead and begin! Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to more solo leveling Ragnarok. In the last chapter, we got a bit of a rundown of what Suho and company are in for as they prepare to take on Lee Min-sung, who is an A-rank hunter, which currently outclasses the strength that Suho currently has. We also know of a more definitive reason as to why Jin is unable to return to the Earth, because since he has so much power, being able to interdimensional travel takes a lot. It refines. It's more like the more power you have as an individual, the more power is necessary for you to be able to get through. Well, not even more. It's. Let me see if I can say this correctly. Since Jin is so powerful, the mana necessary for him to get through it increases because he just has so much power. It basically bottlenecks the ability to travel between dimensions and worlds. It bottlenecks the more power you have. It just continues to bottleneck. And if you are as powerful as Jin, it essentially makes it pretty much almost impossible for you to come back because you just have that much power. Whereas weaker individuals are able to slip through because they have less power, such as the case of individuals like Brokey and certain individuals that serve for the Iterim. That's the reason why Iterim hasn't been able to send a massive fighting force to the planet, simply because that much power would basically just make it impossible for their entire force to come there all at once. So they just send a couple of people there because it doesn't bottleneck them as much. So now, since the last chapter, the last thing we saw was Jin trying to not Jin, but Suho trying to figure out a way to get stronger, so he calls up a certain individual. He calls up the bro, the greatest wingman in all of solo leveling, the best bro in all of solo leveling, his uncle-in-law, Jino. Uncle Jino is here. So what you're saying is, as your uncle, I should help sponsor you to find and enter a gate. You, Jinho, Ajin Soft CEO. And that's where we left off. Suho went to his old Uncle Jino in order to see about getting himself some access to some gates so he can actually start to get stronger, because he's going to need that strength in order to take on Lee Min-sung. Chapter 22. Record number of concurrent players, 12,417,781. The game that's been dominating the scene ever since its release 4 years ago. Beautiful World. No one expected a company founded by some spoiled rich kid to release the biggest hit in gaming history. Ajin Soft is the company behind this game, headed by CEO... and it cuts to this giant building, like it's a really big building. And someone goes, "Are you Sung Suho?" Yeah, I am." Oh, wait, this is a guy. "Are you Sung Suho?" Yeah, I am." "We've been expecting you. Mr. Yu told us that he'd be getting an important visitor today. Follow me, please." "This is my first time visiting my uncle at work. Wait, why are there so many hunters at this normal office building?" Because Suho can see, the power coming off of people who are hunters. He can see that. His perception is kind of high. "You must be surprised to see so many hunters working here. Not everyone who has an awakening wants to risk their lives in the dungeons, If the pay is good enough, they can serve as both office workers and bodyguards." "What kind of work would a hunter have to do at a gaming company?" "Well, our company's in the middle of a special project right now. But I can't give away any details."
Are they developing a game based on hunters? They should probably call it I Only Level Up. I Only Level Up. Nah, it probably needs a better name. Solo leveling. Maybe one day someone will make a game like that. For consoles.
For consoles. But then we get to an elevator. And it's Yujin-Oh! Well, look who it is! It's nice to see you, Suho! Feels like it's been ages since I last saw you. What with the incident at your university and your recent awakening, your aunt's been worried sick about you.
I'm sorry I haven't called. I've had a lot on my plate.
Even so. You sure have grown since I last saw you.
Well, I am still at that age. Anyway, would you mind taking a look at this?
Already? You sure are quick to cut to the chase. And we get like this data pad with a whole bunch of information on it. Is this a business proposal? I was wondering why you wanted to see me out of the blue, but I never imagined it would be to make a business proposal. You're all grown up now.
I brought you a proposal that you can't lose with.
So what you're saying is, as your uncle, I should help sponsor you to find and enter a gate, and this is how we left out on the last chapter.
Yes, in exchange for purchasing a gate and helping me helping me put together just enough hunters to meet the entry requirements, Agensoft will receive all the essence stones that we can find. D rank and C rank dungeons should be no problem for me.
But you're just an E rank hunter. How will you clear a dungeon by yourself? And he immediately starts gazing at Suho like,
I actually happen to have a strategy.
Suho, you know that I'm a hunter too, right? Even though I'm a rank higher than you, I'm nowhere near strong enough to clear dungeons. Why would you go this far just to gain access to a gate? Is it because you think it might have something to do with your parents' disappearance? If that's the reason, I want you to know that I've already hired hunters to look into it, so I'd like you to wait patiently for now.
I knew he'd say that.
Are you really going to tell him, Master, young Master?
Yeah, there's no one I trust more than Uncle Jin-Oh. Uncle Jin-Oh!
Yeah?
I'm actually a hunter with a special ability to level up.
And he just says it so seriously, like with shadows over his eyes, so earnestly.
Huh?
Level up?
Invaders from the outer realms have infiltrated our world. I have to level up by killing monsters so that I can become strong enough to stop them. I need to train in the dungeon so that I'll be ready to fight off the invasion.
And there's just this very serious air over Suho right now.
Suho.
Who told you about the solo leveling project? I was joking when I said the game needed to be called solo leveling. I was joking! It's the actual name! I was joking! I said
only I level up. Nah, solo leveling sounds better.
And that's the name of the game that they're making! I was joking.
Suho.
Who told you about the solo leveling project? And then all seriousness that Suho had is just immediately dispelled.
Huh? Solo leveling?
Oh, now I get it. This is some kind of prank, right? Did you just want to see how I'd react to you asking me for some crazy favor? What you've been describing is the plot of the new single-player game that our company has been developing. Please tell me it's not a mobile game gotcha, because, we don't need any more of those. You play as a hunter who can level up. He starts as the weakest E rank, but keeps evolving even past S rank, and goes from zero to hero to eventually become the savior of this world. I can't believe my staff leaks such confidential information to you just because you're my nephew. Jeez.
Is this game about my dad?
Did you think you could pull a fast one on me with that story? Sorry, but it didn't work. This old man isn't so easily fooled.
I'd say it's working quite well. You must have gotten some hazy flashbacks of your previous world.
And mind you, Beru just comes out of Suho's jacket and is just floating right next to Suho. And then Suho immediately flinches. Ah! Suho! What's this ant-looking thing?
May I take it from here, young master?
When did you pop out?
You don't remember, but you used to follow our king around like a little dog. You've been...
First of all, that's not nice. Beru, that's not nice. Of all the things you could have said, why did you compare him to a dog following Jin around?
You don't remember, but you used to follow our king around like a little dog. You've been witness to more of the Master's battles than anyone else. All those visceral memories have been etched onto your soul. This game is your subconscious way of remembering your past.
What are you talking about?
There's no need to explain further. This will help you understand much more quickly.
And Beru takes out a key.
Here, this is a gift from the Shadow Monarch.
What's happening? As Beru takes a key and places it directly into Suho. Mind you, it doesn't pierce the skin, but it magically unlocks something. And there's this like click sound, and then his eyes go wide. And then Suho is now standing in this blank void. Huh? And then someone starts walking towards Suho. And they get closer and closer and closer. And they have armor on. And Suho's looking at this person and he goes, "Is that me?" Suho from the previous world in that big old gaudy silver and gold armor he always wore. "So you're an E rank? I'll look after you then. Those bags sure look heavy. Will you be okay?"
Yeah, I'll be fine.
"Are you always this quiet?"
Are you always this chatty?
"So, you're siding with him." And we get all the times when Suho, when not Suho, but Jinno, when Jinno first met Jin, them running into Hwangdong-suk. Or I think it's Hwangdong-su. Yeah, no, Hwangdong-suk. "So, you're siding with him?" Jinwoo, 20! No, 19! Just 19 more raids! Just please hear me out! Just hear me out, please! Because, you know, he needed help in order to be recognized as a guildmaster. And then we have Jinno in his big old samurai-esque black and red armor. "This suit of armor was forged by a master craftsman in Italy. Since we'll be clearing a dungeon with just the two of us, I thought I'd go all out." And that's when Jin just lightly puts his finger on his chest and then just tips him over, and Jinno can't move.
Take that off, if you know what's good for you.
Okay.
We finally finished our last raid. Not only did you save my life, you helped me establish my business. You've been more like a brother to me than my real brother.
Because remember, his real brother is a real jerk.
You can think of me as your brother, because you're also like a brother to me.
And this is when Jin and Jinno were just out enjoying themselves. They were just chilling, eating food. And then we get back to the present, and Jinno's eyes swell up with tears as he remembers everything.
Huh? Wait, does this mean we reunited in this world? Because... Beru, what did you do to my uncle?
No need to worry, young master. I only helped him recover his memories of his previous world.
And Jinno is just sitting there, just crying and bawling his eyes out because he remembers everything. The bro is officially back. He is completely back. And then we cut to some coffee. We cut to some coffee on the table. And then Jinno continues.
So that's how it is. Jinwoo's special ability to grow stronger without limit has been passed down to you, his son. Yes, although it's not quite the same.
And then Jinno, whose eyes are swollen and red from crying so much, he just goes,
so he's been protecting this world from the outer gods, these so-called Iterim. He always gets caught up in the biggest messes.
This dude has been crying. He's got a box of tissues, and there's several balled up, tear-soaked tissues all over the table.
Yes, and in order to stop the invasion of Iterim's forces, I have to become stronger as quickly as possible.
And during this dire situation, you were still too proud to just ask me for help and brought a business proposal instead?
You're as stubborn as your father.
Now that I've become aware of this situation, I suppose I can't keep treating you like a child. I'll accept that proposal. Awesome! And Suho, like a little kid with a big old smile on his face, just goes, awesome! And then Jinno's just thinking to himself,
so Jinwoo's been shouldering the weight of the world by himself again. But since you wanted me to reclaim my memories, I guess you're giving me a chance to lend you a helping hand. Leave it to me, Jinwoo. I'll support Suho in any way that I can.
This is the reason why he's the best bro. He doesn't second guess it. As soon as he gets his memories back, it's all like, all right, bro, I got you. I'm gonna look after your son, and I'll support him any way that I can. Since you doing some work again, best bro. He's the best. He's the best. He's the best bro. Sure, we have Beru, but we don't consider him a bro. We consider him like one of the goodest of boys. We consider Beru one of the goodest of boys, along with Igris and Belion. But with Jinno, it's like he is the best bro you could ever have in your corner. Because when he says he's got your back, he means it. He may not be the strongest or the fastest or the greatest, or he may not be in the top tier of like strength and power and stuff like that. But when it comes to someone who will have your back no matter what, Jinno is the guy to have.
I'll support Suho in any way that I can.
And then we get Suho, who has a mask over his face, as he is standing outside of a gate with a whole bunch of people who look eerily similar to the same group of people that were with Jin and Jinno when they were going through dungeons. Let me guess. They got all these people out here, but they don't have to do anything in the dungeon as Suho goes in to get stronger by himself. Is this the same deal? Because we got another dude with crutches, and we got another big hefty guy in the back. And we have one dude that who's missing a leg, but he has like a metal prosthetic in its place. But it also looks like it's also a sickle. It also looks like a sickle of some kind. When he walks up on this group and Suho walks up on his group and goes,
so these are the hunters that Uncle Jinno hired. He did a great job finding people who are only good for filling the entry quota.
And then we get the guy with the crutches going,
so what you're saying is, we'll all get paid $3,000 just to sit here and fill the entry quota? Yes, that's correct. But are you sure you should be going in alone? I don't know how strong you are, how strong you think you are, but you're being reckless. You shouldn't underestimate these gates. Well, let us know if you need any help. I can't do much in my current state, but I'll try to help out with what I can.
And Suho just doesn't say anything. And then he smiles, despite having a mask over his face, and goes,
thank you. I'll be sure to ask for help if I need it.
And then he just goes in the gate. And then we get some narration before we get to the bottom half of this chapter.
All my life, my dad has been shouldering everything by himself. Even now he's fighting alone.
And then he steps into the gate.
Essel.
And then Ethel appears.
Gray.
And then Gray appears.
That's how I can tell that this companion system was designed with his warm intentions.
And then Suho gets those what is it? What are they called? The Valas something horns? He gets those gauntlets on and clangs them together.
Even so.
And we're in a gate and it's full of giant rock golems.
Even so, I don't want my dad to keep battling by himself forever. Let's start leveling up.
To be continued. Oh, we got the training arc. Let's go. All right. That was a good chapter. I like that one. I like that one very much. Jinno getting his memories back, it was so nice. From the very first moment he met Jin all the way up until like the last moment where they saw each other before things, before this new universe got created. And this is the one that Jin is living in now. But this was a nice heartfelt family moment between Jinno and Suho. And Jinno getting his memories back? Yes. Now he can be the greatest bro with all of his memories and Now, see, it's one thing. It's one thing to be a best bro, but you don't have your memories of your past life. It's another thing to be a best bro and you get your memories back and you can continue to be the best bro as if you never skipped a beat. I love it. Mind you, Jinno already had Jinno. I'm going to keep getting them mixed up. Also, Cyrax, good to see you. Lunar, good to see you. Who This Guy, good to see you as well. Jinno was already going to be one of the best bro, just because that's the type of person he is. But now he get his memories back, and now he can be the best bro that we know. This is no longer New World Jinno. This is our same OG Jinno who's got all of his memories back. This is OG Jinno. I am happy to have him back. And then, because the thing is, Suho came with the intention of like, I need to speak to my uncle like it's a business proposal so I can get to work. As soon as Beru unlocks some memories, it's all like, bruh, you didn't need to bring this proposal to me. I'll help you and get what you need so you can get stronger. However, unlike his father, where it's just Jin and Jinno going into gates by themselves, while the people on the outside just get paid to just stay outside, now it's just going to be Suho who's going in there, but he's not going in alone still, because he's got Essel and Gray. And though Beru isn't strong enough to really make a significant difference right now, you got Beru as well. So now Suho's going to get stronger, Gray's going to get stronger, Essel's going to get stronger. This is where the solo leveling arc for Suho begins, and I'm already ready for it. But also, can we just talk about how the big old new game project that Jinno's company is making is actually called Solo Leveling? Please, let it be an actual console game. Do not turn it into a gacha. It'll be funny if the solo leveling game in this story is an actual console single player game compared to the solo leveling Arise that people got on their phones and PCs, and it's a gacha game. It's basically a mobile gacha. It'd be funny if this story does more justice to a video game in this story than the actual video game that exists for solo leveling right now. I'ma still say it. Solo leveling Arise should not be on mobiles. It should be a console game dedicated to that. It should have been that. Such a wasted opportunity. I'm never gonna let it go. I'm just letting you know now. I'm never gonna let it go. I will be bringing it up again in the future. But overall, I love this chapter. Woo! This is the last chapter of solo leveling in the year 2024. Think about that. This is the last chapter of solo leveling in the year 2024. Because next week, we got Solo Leveling Season 2 coming out next Saturday. So, even though Bleach is pretty much over, I still got to edit that for you guys. It's going to be a minute. Solo leveling is going to be taking over Saturdays, I believe. So that's going to be fun to switch from Bleach right over to solo leveling. Man, speaking of games, I cannot wait for the new Doom. Doom the Dark Ages. Oh, that game's going to be fun. I would like to play that and other games that they got coming out next year as well. If Borderlands 4 comes out next year, I'm going to be playing it. If Darksiders 4 comes out next year, or whatever they're going to call it, I'm going to be playing that as well. But we'll talk about that once I have like a big game discussion for 2025. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a wonderful chapter and a great chapter to end solo leveling in the year 2024 for all of us. I'm so happy I got to enjoy this chapter with all of you. But I'm done for today. All I can say to you, my faithful, wonderful viewers, from members all the way down to subscribers, there are rumors about Borderlands 4. What do you mean rumors about Borderlands 4? Did you not see the trailer? There's a full-on trailer for Borderlands 4 out right now. Not a teaser trailer. It actually gave you gameplay preview. There's a gameplay trailer out for Borderlands 4. Check it out when you get the chance. But everyone, from my members all the way down to subscribers, and even people who are watching me for the very first time, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!